Welcome to Uncle Joe's Greatest Hits 82nd Birthday Bash, a compilation of some of Biden's best gaffes from the past few months in honor of the Commander in Sleep's 82nd birthday. Be sure you hit the like button to support our work, and let's roll the tape.
5th, 1944. The evil Fiddler's Third Reich. As I said, what Jill for Jill, being an educator is just what she is. Duty. The creed of millions of veterans have followed that code. We gave Medicare the power to negotiate. That idea is we're all created equal, deserve to be created equal throughout our lives. Remember the last guy when he was president, he said we have every week.
Do you speak any English?
Good to see this cabinet and the staff together here. Mr. President, I now turn it over to you. He operated a rangefinder and radar on the first American ship to arrive at Normandy's coast. Senator Ben Cardin, Senator Chris Van Halen. What the hell's his name? He's new. To prevent Medicare from negotiating prescription drug prices with them. We've never fully lived up to that. We've never walked away from it either. But as time moved on, respect for tribal sovereignty. All the women in my family are smarter than all the men. That's not a joke. You think I'm joking, I'm not. We have made available an unprecedented number of assets. He sat in the dining room off of my president office, the Oval Office. You're going to make business decisions about who's doing a better job in the economy, she said. I must have spoken in the last 3 days to 50 to 75 members from North Carolina. Today, my administration is announcing the first tranche of dislocated worker grants, fancy phrase, which is times all it is there to make sure it helps create jobs for workers involved in the cleanup. Ancient hatreds resurfacing. And whether their governments will be making sure that this is acting when it strikes. To the servicemen and women who are on the ground responding to these disasters. Talk about the journey of that belief. Now, folks, I don't know what you did last night, but I spent 90 minutes on a stage debating a guy who has the morals of an alley cat. As your commander-in-chief, I say thank you for your service, wherever the hell you are. We just designated the first National Marine Secretary. Folks, let's take a moment to recognize those honorees who are no longer with us. Anthony Bourdain, Ruth Ashford.
What the hell?
Our honored veterans who met that test of ages to that moment. By the way, we need to do more to support all of our Team USA athletes. I'll be brief. Last night, Hurricane Milton made landfall, as we all know, on the west coast of Florida. 16 Nobel winners of the Economic Nobel Prize. Port Lauderdale is back open for business. I value our conversations, and I look forward to them. This one is particularly. Policy, that it remains a policy. And the public and private sector lead all of it. All of you in this audience, you've led. Look, I'd like to ask the following medalists to stand if you're able to be recognized. Talked about their dad, how informed they were about what was going on. I was truly impressed, and I ate 2 hamburgers.
Joe, you did such a great job.
Who served at K2 Air Base in Uzbekistan. Today's announcement will support indigenous communities to do the same here in the Amazon. Many communities in Hurricane Milton's path do not have a moment to catch their breath between Helene and Milton. 2 historic storms in 2 weeks. So let's be clear. The Fed lowering interest rates. As police are being attacked and killed. That's what we're seeing. Rather than the climate conservation about sacrifice, conversation about sacrifice. Donald Trump says he thinks overturning Roe v. Wade was a beautiful thing.
What you talking about?
Every mission you're given, you're repeating it again. The big reason why is that I call the Investing in America agenda. Targeting children to cut their connection to their ancestors and their inheritance and their heritage. That'll include distinctly American sports for the first time. Same drug, same pharmaceutical company. Army National Guard flying through the gale wind force. It's amazing what they're doing. And things can get better if we determine they must. The things can get better. And I'm honored to welcome 400 athletes from Team USA today here at the Capitol. This is what you call being a travesty. Mr. President, even when you ran, please have a seat. I'm not going to be long.
What do the states in the storm zone need, Mr. President?
Sorry?
What do the states in the storm zone, what do they need after what you saw today?
Oh, in the storm zone?
Yes, sir.
I'm wondering what storm you're talking about. What amounts to a new 10% sales tax on all products imported in America. That's his new plan. I mean it sincerely. And why? Why we didn't pay enough attention. Why we didn't honor one of the greatest athletes in American history.
That don't make no sense.
We stand for freedom. We defend democracy. We've got more work to do, though. Keep getting prices down. You know, there's a hymn based on the 22nd Psalm. He's been trying to succeed, and he failed every time. It's not a decade. I mean, it's just not a quarter. It's going to be there for a decade. And you're the leader to do it. Thank you. They scraped together their life savings for the first flight ever. You know, we've told our we were told our American rescue plan was too big because the need was greater, the larger states, the larger territories. So younger students can learn about it. We learned that Donald Trump will not respect this year's election outcome. He's still not respecting the last time out. But more than 40 million power line workers have come from around the country, from Canada to Florida. Kamala, by the way, cast the tie-breaking vote to streamline grant appropriations and applications. And that is to care for those and prepare those we send into harm's way. Any survivors under the debris, risking their lives. You give us a democratic Congress.
That doesn't make sense.
If corporations do well, we all do well. Helicopters and high water speed vehicles. And, you know, this is the third major storm to hit California. The Amazon rainforest. That's why there's an incredible growth. Unlike other parts of the healthcare system, Big Pharma got a special carve out. And nothing is beyond our capacity when we work together. And so with that, I'll yield to the Vice President. America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put
And we will make America great again. God bless you and good night.